Hi, yeah, so welcome back. So today we are going to discuss higher order function, right? So I think yesterday we have completed with callback. Okay. So based on the callback concept, these higher order functions will be available, right? So it can be implementation will be available. Okay. So we have, so why we are going for higher order function? That is first question will be there. Okay. So before going to higher order functions, like see, the things can be done. We can manipulate array without higher order functions also. Okay, we can manipulate. We can do everything without higher order functions. Whatever till now we have studied the methods and the way to iterate array or to delete something from array, everything we saw, right? But everything we saw, everything can be done without higher order function we can do by using for loops and all. But that implementation will be lengthy. Okay, to save the time for that implementation, we are going for higher order functions. Okay, so it's like writing 5 6 lines of code and then sudden writing 1 line of code. Okay, so whatever we write 5 6 lines of code, that will be done by within 1 2 line of code. That is the power of higher order functions. Okay, and it look codes also cleaner. Okay, this one. So let's discuss like some of the higher functions. I'll give today examples and all like in the VS code. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, higher order functions, like as I said yesterday, like callback functions like as a pass to the other parameter, right? So same way higher order functions also takes other function as an argument. Okay, callback function is a function which is passed as argument to other function, right? That is the callback function. Difference you have to understand. Callback function is itself it is passed to other function, but higher order function is the main function we can say, which consumes the callback function we can say. Okay, which consumes the callback function. Means one is the person has to go in some other home. Okay, so person is higher callback function and home is a function, main function or higher order function we can say. Okay, so what it's saying, higher order functions that can take other function as an argument and return them as output is higher order functions. Okay, so it will return the output. Okay, so see, we can see here functions and we are calling callback functions and all those things we are writing, right? So we can see here they can accept other function as argument. So we have written function greet. So this is the function which has to get passed to a higher order function. So we have created a higher order function. So first parameter I'm passing directly greet. Okay, directly. Basically, this would be greet. This would not be greet function. Okay, yeah. Any name can be there, right? Because we are passing this greet. Correct. So this first argument we are passing as a greet, but name can be different. So greet function, this will be there. Then username also we are passing Elise. Then we are writing. So this username will go again to this function, greet function. Greet function is nothing but this function. So this function will take the name, right? And then it will print hello and whatever name it came from Alice. Okay, so it's kind of parameter going from here to here, and then again this parameter going from get function to here, and then again here the actual returns are happening. Okay, so one more thing I wanted to talk, this whatever callback function we have created, no, this will work like this higher order function. Basically it is built for the array. Okay, not for object, not for this one string. Okay, it is only built for the array. So let's suppose we have an array and we have multiple, like see, we have multiple elements are there in the array, right? For each element, the higher order, the callback function will execute. Okay, like how here you can see username will go to this function. Again, one more parameter will be there, that also will go to this function. Again, one more parameter will be there, might that also go to this function, right? So same way, whenever you have one array, all the array element has to pass to callback function. Okay, has to pass to callback function. So I'll tell you the example properly. Okay, so main thing we have to see, whenever we use higher order function, what is the change happening to the original array? Okay, as I discussed, it is only work for the array, right? So that we got to know, like it only works for the array. Now next thing is like what changes it will bring to the original array. What is the return type of the array, that method higher order function, like how we discussed in splice, slice and other methods, right? What is the return type, what are the input, what are the output, right? We discussed so many things, right? So same way we are going to check in higher order function what is the change happened to the original array on each higher order function implementation. Now next we'll see whether it is going to create a new array or it is not going to create a new array, or it is going to create some other data type, right? So that we are going to check. And then if the new array creates, what is the size of that array? Is it the similar size to the original array or the size is getting changed? Okay, whatever array it returns, so that we are going to check. And then we are going to check what is the return type, whether it is returning the array or whether it is returning the boolean or undefined or object or strings, what it's going to return. So all these things we will keep on seeing for all the higher order functions. Okay, fine. Okay, now let's go for the first higher order function, that is filter. Okay, filter, as a name suggests, like we have huge data in the array, and from huge data we wanted to get some of the data based on some condition. Okay, let's suppose we have some of the data, like let's suppose here we have 1 2 3 4 5, but I want all the data which is less than 3. Okay, which is less than 3. So it can be doable, right? It can be doable, correct? Without filter also it can be doable. Like if I'll say you, like, okay, I'll just start with VS Code. Okay, able to see my screen? Clear, right? Okay. So if I'll say you, like, okay, I'll have some array, right? I told you, like, you have to be definite, like, yeah, it always works for the array. Okay, now the scenario is you have to get every element from this array which is less than 60, something like that, which is less than 60. 70 I was thinking, but okay, anyway, less than 60, right? So which is less than 60. Get all element from above array which is less than 60 or equal to 60, we can say. Okay, less than equal to 60. Okay, now tell me, if I'll give this problem to you, how you will implement this? So what you will do, you will first do for loop, right? You'll do for loop, you will check if every element is less than 60. If it is less than 60, create one new array, right? So let's try to fix this. Let's try to do this first in normal operations. Okay, so function get 60 value. Okay, just I'm writing something, some meaningful this one. Okay, so here I'm writing error. Fine. So what is my condition? Basically, I have to compare every element should be less than 60. That element only I have to get. So to get that, first I'll create the array, right? Result array, right? Result array. Okay. Now what I'll do? I'll just do for loop. Let item of ARR, right? Now item is nothing but it's an element 23, 54, 65. So I'll check if item less than equal to 60, right? Then what I'll do? I'll do result dot push of item, right? Correct. Now it will just return result at final. Now once we'll call this function, okay, get 60 values, okay, we'll pass this ARR. Fine. So it will return because it is returning something. So if it returns means we have to store somewhere, right? So we store and then we'll try to print. So I'll print first array, that is original array, right? And I'll print res. Okay, let's see what is the changes happening. Okay, so let's try to execute. Okay, dot see. So original array is nothing but 23, 54, 65, but final array is nothing but 23, 54, 34, 56. Okay, okay, right? Because less than 60, less than equal to 60. Got it? Understood? Now see how many lines of code you have written. Okay, now tell me what is the main condition of this entire implementation. This line is the main condition, right? Based on this line. So what is happening? Every iteration is checking with if condition, right? Correct? Every iteration is checking with this condition. So I'm just creating one function. Okay, function, let's suppose call, I'll create a function and I'll take let's suppose every element, this is one item. Okay, every element, and I'm telling item should be greater than equal to 60. Okay, item should be greater than equal to 60, then return item. That is only telling, no, I'm right. So basically this is getting call every time, right? This is the implementation happening every time. So in place of this, I'll try to now call, okay, I'll try to call. Now I won't do this, okay, I won't do array. So first what I'll do arr dot filter, okay. So filter wants this call, right? So I'll just pass call, right? I'll just pass call. So what it returns, okay, a result. Fine, it returns result. Now let's see what is the result. So I'm passing res and let's see what is the problem. See, oh sorry, greater than 60 I did. Less than 60 we have to do, right? Okay, okay. So let me console this, okay, to get more clear. Let me console this item, right? Let me console this item. So basically what is happening, see, every time from this array one data it's going, that is named as item, okay. Every time, like filter will do what, it will take each element from this array, because array dot filter I'm writing. So each element it will go and it will just check to this function. So if that element is less than 60, then okay, return, or else not return, so nothing will return, right? Now let's take example of 76. So 76 will go. 76 is less than equal to 60. No. So nothing is returning, right? Are we returning anything? Nothing we're returning. So it will ignore, right? Basically it is like continue. It ignores. So it will go for another element. So another element is 34. So 34 is yes, then return. So whenever it returns, this automatically it will create one array. This array dot filter method, no, automatically it will create the array and it will push that data to that array, whatever returned by this element. Got it? So now we will remove this. Okay, now we will remove this. We want like this. Okay, we'll comment it out. Now instead of this, here only we will write. So you know already arrow function, right? Okay, so I'll do the same thing here. Item less than equal to 60. Right? If I'm writing return means I have to write curly bracket. If I'm not writing return means no need to write curly bracket. Okay, that's it. So just I removed all this function and I kept here. So this is one function only, right? This is arrow function, correct? Got it? So each item from the array will be checked with this. If it is match, return that. And then what happens? This filter method will save everything in one array, and that array will be returned as result, and that result will be returned. Got it? So it creates a new array. See. So anything happened to the original array? No. Original array is no change. Right? Got it? Only the new array will return. So new array returns. Okay, let's suppose now I don't have any data which is less than 60, less than equal to 60. I'm just making as 73. I'm making as 94. This is already, I'm making as 94, and I'm making as 75, right? So this time what will happen? This time none of the data will satisfy this condition, correct? The data will satisfy this condition. So if none of the data will satisfy this condition, then what it should return as a filter? Empty array, right? So that's why it will return empty array. So default it is empty array. If nothing will be passed this condition, none of the element will get passed from this condition, that will return empty array. Okay, got it? Understood this filter? Any doubt? So every time all the element has to pass through this function, the callback function. Got it? Any condition you will write, either less than equal to or condition also you can write. Any conditional things you can write. Okay, understood? Okay, so that is filter. Got it? So see, here also I'm doing e greater than 2. So greater than 2 means 3, 4, 5. So it's returning 3, 4, 5. Got it? Understood? Okay. Now let's suppose if you have multiple line, then multi-line also you can do. Here you can print also. Okay. Don't worry, like only one line of code we can write. Nothing like that. Okay. Anything we can do. Multiple line also we can include. If it is single line, no need to write this curly. Directly you copy paste this one and directly you paste it here entirely with this. Remove and paste it. That's it. Because arrow function will work like this also. No? There are multiple methods of arrow function, right? So see, previously how long we did? For loop and all remembered, and now within one line you can complete. Got it? Within one line you have completed. Understood? Got it? Okay. So that is the reason I thought to teach this after doing the callback function. Okay. Okay. Next. So changes to the original array? No. Creates and return new array? Yes. Size of the array will change? Yes. Why I'm telling yes means, let's suppose if filter matches all the element, then all the element will come size. But if filter does not match the element, then that much size will come. So it's like a varying size, right? Now return type will be always array. Either it is there or satisfied or not satisfied, right? Got it? Understood? Okay, okay. Filter is done. Now see, same thing I'm doing here. I'm just checking. See, so I've written here filter output as 23. So what I'm doing, I'm writing finding item greater than 20. So what happened? First, so rank is there, right? So let's new result. So what happened? First element 10. So 10 will go. So 10 is greater than 20. No, right? So empty. 23 is greater than 20. Yeah, true. So it will add. 12 is greater than 20. No, then same array, no array, ignore. This is 28 is greater than 20. Yes, then push. 30 is greater than 20. Yes, then push. So result is 23, 28, 30. Understood? Got it? Filter? It's easy, right? Okay, okay. Now find. So filter you saw. So filter is nothing but it's like a not like one match. It is like multiple match. Right? How many elements are there in your array? All, if every element is satisfying the condition, every element will get returned. Correct? That is filter. More than one element will get returned. Correct? But find means only first matching element will return. Okay? Only first matching element will return. Got it? So see here, if I write numbers.find and I'm writing e greater than 2, that means only first matching. So greater than 2, which is the first matching? 1 does not match, 2 does not match, 3. 3 is the first matching. Correct? 3 is the first matching. So it won't return in array. No, no, it won't return in array. This is the wrong answer. Maybe I have to correct it. Okay. So it will return whatever the data type will be there. No, let's suppose it is string, then it will return a string. If it is object, it will return object. If it is array, it will return array. If it is a number, it returns a number. Understood? Okay. So let's try to do that. Now I wanted to get the item greater than equal to 60. Okay, greater than equal to 60. Right. So I'll just try to make the changes. So I'll just 45, I'll just greater than equal to 60. Sorry, less than equal to 60, I'm telling, right? So I'm just writing 60. So from here, which data you are expecting? It is not filter so that it will return both. It will return only first matching data, right? So I'm just writing find. So find will return what? Result. So result, see what it will return. Because I'm doing find, so it returns 45. Right? Now it's a first matching, right? Because first matching is 45. Now let's suppose I don't have any element which is matching the condition. Okay, which is matching the condition. Okay, fine. So I'm doing nothing is less than equal to 60, right? So this time it won't return any data, so it returns undefined. Correct? It returns undefined. Okay, understood? So this is the one for find query. So you can do multiple operations and all on find query, like say item less than equal to 60 or item greater than equal to 90, something like that you can write, right? And operation or operation, any conditional operation you can do. That will work on the each element of the array. If it is true, it will return that data and push the data in the new array, or else it will ignore that. Got it? Understood? So now find, change to original array, never. Return a new array, we can't say. Sometimes it returns a new array. If it is array, sometimes it won't returns, right? Because this is wrong. This is wrong written, right? It returns whatever the data type is there in the element, in the array, right? Size of the array, no, it's not there. Only size and return type will be always based on undefined. It returns, or else it returns not array. It's wrong written here, okay? We need to correct. Understood? Find? Easy? Easy peasy? Okay. Now find index. This is somewhat important. Okay. Tell me find index is there. By seeing this method, what we are getting to know? It's able to find the index of any element, right? Okay. Now the questions comes to our mind. Already we have index of, right? We have index of, let's suppose I wanted to get the index of 76. Then I'll just write let res equal to result, right? Arr dot index of 76, right? So it returns you the index. That result you will return, correct? Right? So 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 76 at 3. So why do we need find index? Anything should be there, not that we are going to find index, right? So these are questions might ask in interview. Okay. So index of will only work on the constant data. Okay. If we know, okay, like a static data, we can say, like either it will work for 94, 76 or any number specific, right? But let's suppose I'll tell find the index of which is greater than 76 or 70, something like that. Okay, which is greater than 70. So if a conditional type of index you want, no, if you want a conditional type of index, like which we can get the based on the condition, then in that situation we have to use find index. Okay, so find index. So what we'll write? Item greater than 70. Okay, item greater than 70. So what it returns? It returns 0 because 70 is 73 only, no? Right? 70 is 73 only, correct? So it returns first occurrence here. So this is more important, like whenever you go for any conditional type of things are there, you wanted to get the index of that based on conditional variable varying kind of things, then you can use find index, or else you will use direct index. If you know the value which I am going to search, that time you can get, like let's suppose I wanted in one array get all the student data, or get the student which is highest mark is something like that, like more than 90. So if you know a specific, like yeah, student marks is having 90, then we can use index of. But if you know more than 90, which is the student who got more than 90 first student. So whichever record will have first priority, that will come as the record. That index will get, right? So based on conditional, we can get. Okay, understood? Okay, so changes to original array? No, it does not create original array, right? It does not create only array. It will just return the index. If it is not there, it returns -1. Already we know index wala operations, right? Return type will be always number, either -1 or else the index, whichever is there, right? Got it? Now map. Map is somewhat different. Okay, so map is what? Map is it's like a iterating over the array. Like normally one array is there. If you want to do some operation on that array, if you want to iterate over the entire element of the array, then what you'll do? You'll just use for loop, right? You'll use for loop and you'll do some iteration and all, right? But that will not return that will change the array, original array. Correct. Like let's suppose I wanted to add some 10 to all the element of the array. Then if you'll try to loop the array using for loop, then what will happen? Every element in the array will get added with 10. Correct? Every element will get added with 10 because I'm adding 10 to all the element of the array. So let's suppose first element is 20, so 20 plus 10, 30 plus 10, 40 plus 10, like that it will be. So it changes the original array, right? But I want to preserve the original array and I want to transform their data as it is with something, with other form or other label, right? So in that condition, we can use map. So map is nothing but it is doing some transformation of the element. Okay. It won't filter, it won't find, it will just transform in one form of data to another form data. Okay, one form data to another form data. Got it? So that purpose we use map method. Okay, so see here what we have, number 1 2 3 4 5. So I wanted to multiply 2 by all the numbers. So 1 into 2, 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 4 into 2, 5 into 2. But it returns a new array. It will not change the original array. So you will get as 2 4 6 8. Now here see, here one more point you can observe. The length of the original array and length of the output will be always same. Understood? Output will be always same. Let's suppose we are writing here conditions, and if the condition is satisfied, then it returns true. If condition not satisfied, it returns false, like that it will return. Got it? Map. But it will return. It will return the exact length of the array. Okay. So map method is not something like you have to search. That is not for using for search. Map is not used for search, because search means you are trying to get some of the things from the array. So that we can do using find and filter. Map is something which you will try to transform the array into another form of the array. Got it? Transform the array into another form of the array. Right? So that time we'll go for map. Understood? So see, one proper example I'll give you. Like let's suppose I have a object. This will be best example. Okay, John, right, is 23. Okay, so I'll just try to copy out, because this type of data only will be there in database, right? Database will not have only John and these all rem, right? It will be having so many data related to one user, right? Okay, now see, Harry Mac. Now this data you got from the backend side, means from server or from database. Now you have to create a drop down. Drop down means, you know, in UI drop down will be there, not multi-selection. Like one some drop down will be there. Drop down, you know what is drop down? Shall I show you the drop down? Okay, drop down. I think now you will get to know. This is drop down. Got it? This is drop down. Drop down means it will drop and it will create the list of the things. So from anyone, if you select, then that will get selected. Got it? Understood now? That will get selected. So now your task, what they have given like you have to create a drop down for list of names. Okay, list of names. So in normal way, what you will do, you will just do for loop, right? And you will just try to add some element item dot name, item dot name, item dot name. You will loop, right? Same thing you'll do, no? You'll do for loop and you'll just create an array. Like how you'll do, I'll just try to do. So what I'll do, I'll just try to loop. So let result equal to new array. Okay, now what you'll do, result dot push you'll do, and you will write there item dot name, right? You will do like this, correct? And then you will return result. Fine. So now see. Okay, one second. Something I mistake I did. Array item dot name. Is it fine? Just showing undefined. Same array we are passing, right? Okay, let's console. Oh, we are not returning here. See, no. We had forgot to return. That is the reason. So I'm saying why it's not returning. See, right? So we have to do these all, right? Instead of these all, done directly write. Okay, let result equal to array dot map item 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 dot name. That's it. Return result. Now what will happen within this map? What it will do? It will just take all the name and it will return to array and it will push everything to data and then it will return. So same result you will get. How easy it is, one line. But how without this, how many lines of code you have to write? 3-4 lines of code for looping and all those things you have to do. Creating a new array yourself. Then the push operation you have to do. Loop operation you have to do. So many things you have to do, right? Got it? If you want to return only name with age, then just do like this and just name, comma, term dot age. It'll try to return. It will just return like this. Oh, it didn't return. I don't know why. Why? Oh, if you are creating object, then you have to write something, no? You have to write a name colon, and then you have to write age colon, right? What happened? Oh, no semicolon, right? Anything happened here? Something I'm seeing here missing. Name colon item dot name age colon item dot age. Okay, then here return. Something is fishy. Anything this one we are writing. Okay, maybe if I'm doing like this, then might we have to return because curly bracket I'm doing now. So might we have to do, maybe we have to write like this. Something is missing here. Okay, let's ignore this then as of now. Okay, anyway, it's fine. Let's ignore this. Okay. Something is fishy here, maybe because of this arrow function. Okay, maybe we are transferring in one form to another form. No, maybe because of that it's happening like that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what we are doing name colon item dot name, right? And then because of curly bracket, maybe it was happening. Right, something, but anyway it's the same. But normally I'm just saying you means if we can transform the data. Let's suppose you want to return like item hyphen age, then you can just do item hyphen plus hyphen plus age, something like that you can do. So it will, previously it was in object format, now it is in string format, it will come. Age is not defined. Okay, item dot name, basically it will be name, and here item dot age. So basically previously it was in object, now it will come in array format. So like this you can display in the drop down list. Got it? Understood? So it's like a transforming of one format of data to another form of data. So previously it was object, now it became normal string, right? But the length will be same. Okay, got it? Length will be same. So that is map method. Okay, so see here you can show you. Let's see what you have done here. We have name, age, address. So I want to just get the name. So I'm just writing item dot name. Here delete one property from the object array. So if you want to delete one object from the property from the object array, then what we are doing? We are doing map. Okay, we'll see this later because this is not the thing which I have to discuss because object.assigns are there. So I know anyway, it's just creating the new object item and then deleting the address. Okay, deleting the address and then returning the respective data. Okay, it's returning the respective data. So what it's doing, it is just basically deleting the address. Okay, address. So first taking this entire object at one time because one item is one time, then again creating a new object because if I'll do same change then reference will get created. No, that's why I'm writing object.assign, creating the new object and then adding the item, and that item I'll try to delete because if I want to use object.assign, no, here what will happen, item, if I'll delete item.address, no, main object will get deleted. right? So that is the reason we'll just assign the new, first I'll assign and create a new object, then that from that object will delete the address, and then we'll return the copy data. So it will only having name and age. So it will return name and age, whatever it will have. Okay, so like that it will return. So basically we are deleting some element from the object, or transforming the data from one form to another form. We'll use map method. Okay, so map method changes to original array, no. Create and return a new array, yes. Size of array always will be same, right? If it is not, then it will just send set false in the place, but it will never return different types. Okay, different size. Return type always will be array, right? Okay, okay, fine. Then this much only will stop as of now. Okay, okay.